I was going to go back on the vegan comment, and I just wanted to make a comment. And I think the reason why vegan has such a bad stigma is that sometimes people do things because they want to be different, and then they want to make a big noise about the fact that they're different, because being a vegan is or was a minority. Whereas I feel like the reasons that James and I are doing it is not to be heard or not to make noise. It's just for our own ethics and values, really. So I think that the problem is that people just want to be different and unique and special, and so it became annoying. Whereas I agree that, you know, plant-based it's a bit softer, and it feels like it's got a different focus. But anyway.
Is it... Yeah, you're going to say something.
No, I was going to actually go back and answer your question.
Go for it.
How important is it to me?
Yeah, like... is the term vegan like someone talking about CrossFit?
It's the same thing, I guess.
And now all of a sudden, you know, life has its ups. Like you're either cool 1 minute or you're not the next.
Yeah,
Same with any trend.
Yeah, yep, totally.
And how do you keep a trend that is ongoing?
Yeah.
It has a life cycle no matter when you look at it.
I just feel like trends are superficial, but what remains the same is moving your body is good for you. Excuse me. This sparkling water is giving me...
Yeah, no, I had
giving me ahems. Moving your body is good for you. Exercise is good for you. It doesn't matter. I don't believe it matters if you're a runner, if you're a cyclist, if you do jiu-jitsu, if you do CrossFit, if you do functional training or bodybuilding. It's good for you. Exercise is good for you. With nutrition, eating whole foods is good for you. Eating a balanced diet is good for your mind. Quality food is always going to be better than processed foods. Like it doesn't matter what the label is. It doesn't matter what the fad is. The same boring stuff will always win at the end. It's just good food, move your body, get enough sleep, drink enough water, de-stress every now and then, and you should hopefully feel great.
So are these... very simple.
Sorry to simplify it, yeah.
So with the method now...
Yeah.
That's your business?
Yes.
But how many years have you been doing that now? I think it said
about... 2.5 to 3 years.
3 years?
I can't remember exactly. I think 3 now.
So what exactly... Let's say I want to be a potential customer of that.
Yeah.
What's the process?
Pretty simple. You just jump onto our website, and if you're actually ready to sign up, then you just follow the prompts and sign up. Otherwise, if you've got questions, you can send them through to our Facebook page, or you can email it through to us. But the actual process of becoming a client is super simple. But more often than not, when it comes to nutrition and commitments like that, there's not a lot of people that are ready to just click that button straight away. They want to ask questions, make sure that it's right for them.
Yep.
And a big thing, I think, is make sure that they trust the company or the people that they're working with, and trust that that company or person is actually invested in them and actually cares about them and their success, not about just another number to kind of add to their books or just another person. Yeah. Everyone is an individual, and they have to be treated that way. Otherwise, you can't give the right advice, because there is no one size fits all with nutrition at all.
Because I've noticed, I've seen some of your trainers as well.
Yeah.
And people taking photos of themselves and getting like advice. What advice are you giving in regards to someone's training program? Is that predominantly food, or is it both food and...
Look, we're a nutrition company that does not ignore other aspects of health. So if you come to us and you want to lose weight, or you want to get healthy, or you want to improve your performance, it'd be silly of us to just look at your nutrition, because there's so many other things that come into play.
Yep.
However, we don't write training plans. We can advise around training. We can, look at training videos. We can suggest workouts, or, we'll say to our clients, like, we'd love you to move 5 days a week. 2 of those, if they can be strength training days, and 3 aerobic, 20 to 30 minutes, that kind of guidance.
Yep.
But we're not going to do sets and reps and volume and that kind of really, really detailed programming.
So movement is as simple as doing something.
I guess.
Good
question.
I say with Nat, and Nat, she hates, she'll hate me saying this. If you want to be fit, or, be, I don't know what, not fit, just, I don't know, if you want movement.
Yeah.
You can walk.
Yeah.
But if you actually want to lose weight.
Yeah.
I believe you need to go over... you have to exert yourself more than you normally would, or is that not?
Mostly, yes. You're going to get better results and more effective results if you do, work up a sweat. But you can walk and severely decrease your calories and you will lose weight. Well, not will, but there are different ways. You don't have to do that. But I believe exercise is also, high intensity exercise or exercise that gets you to work up a sweat and, gets you a little bit flushed is good for your mind. It's good for endorphin release. Yeah. I feel like, again, it's not a one size fits all. Some people live by, yoga, and sometimes you do get your heart rate up in yoga, or other people love to walk. And I can't make a comment that, that's not working for them, because if they say that it is, then that's fantastic. But I think for the majority, getting up your heart rate and sweating and, for even 20 minutes a day is going to be better for your overall health and well-being. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. And it's as simple as doing something you enjoy.
Yeah, yeah.
I put the heart rate on it. I'd have it for ages, I'll be honest.
Yeah,
but when we play squash, because I'm quite relatively competitive. My heart rate is so high in squash that nothing else I've ever done can get close to it.
Then that's like James with CrossFit. You switch off the fact that your body is dying and go, I want to beat this guy, so I don't care what my body's doing. Yeah. So in that setting, you're so focused on that end goal that it doesn't matter what the body's doing.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah.
I've never looked at it like that, but that's exactly...
Yeah, you
so
ignore
for me,
the other stuff.
And I know that works. I'm sweating. I feel like I feel mentally I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Back to method now.
Yeah.
Method now? The method?
The method now, yeah. The only reason it's the method now is because the method website was taken. So I was like, what word can I add to this?
Now.
And it was now.
So it's about doing it now.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's a usual week for someone? Are people asking for advice daily? Do you sort of give them some food plans?
Yeah, I'll run you through pretty much. I'll summarize how, the customer experience, basically. So we've got an app that we use that our clients record their data. So they'll record data on a daily basis. They'll record the food that they're eating and the macros. So that's protein, carbs, and fat. If they choose to, they'll record fiber and sugar. Then they've also got an opportunity to record the sleep that they got, the water that they drank, the training that they did, and then anything else. So it's a bit of a journal for them. Some people fill in just the basics. Other people, literally just kind of lay it all out and just at the end of the day put it all down.
So is that food tracking?
Yes, yeah, essentially. So we use MyFitnessPal to actually track the food.
That's what when I was really into.
Yeah.
Like watching what I was eating, I was using MyFitnessPal.
And education is the best. You don't know what you're doing until you actually record the data. And so you can record your body weight there as well, but you take that information that MyFitnessPal spits out at the end of the day and then you put it into the Method Now app so that your coach can see it. Coach can also go into the MyFitnessPal app too. And then on a weekly basis, the client will do a check-in where they kind of summarize their week. They ask any questions that they've got. They record their body weight measurements as well to see if their body's changed. And then they're asked a series of questions that helps the coach understand a bit more about their week. So they've got a weekly check-in, but coaches are there also on a daily basis. So if clients have a question on a daily basis, the coach will be there to answer it. Our coaching is really flexible, and one thing that we've really encouraged our coaches to do is be there for the client in whatever way they need without sacrificing your own time or making yourself feel like a slave to your job. So if someone has a question, answer it. If you feel like someone's going to really benefit from a phone call, jump on the phone with them. So every client experience is going to be completely different based on that client's needs. But yeah, the general rule is one check-in a week and then daily recording. And then the coaches will respond to questions. They'll make comments on the data that they've seen and then also go above and beyond and talk about different areas that clients can focus on that the coach feels is going to help them get better results that following week based on the goals of that client.
It's that simple.
Yeah, I guess it's simple when you say it, but it's pretty complex when you're in that seat, coaching or being coached.
Most people trying to go for weight loss?
Yeah.
Or most people... I mean, I'm not that fussy on weight loss. I used to be.
Yeah.
And then I was like, if I feel good...
Yeah, totally.
I was always working on 5 hours sleep.
Wow.
And then after the James podcast,
Yep.
I thought I'll try and go to bed at midnight every night.
Yeah.
And now I think I'm getting a bit more. I'm getting 6 to 7.
Yeah. How do you feel?
I think I feel better, but it's
Yeah.
not dramatically different.
Yeah.
But when I get too much sleep, I'm like, oh, I feel groggy.
Totally, yeah. And I think for me as well, and everyone's different, the sleep that I get before 12 p.m., like if I was to get 6 hours of sleep from 12 till 6, I won't feel as good as if I get 10 till 4 or something like that. So it's still 6 hours, but if I get to sleep earlier and I wake up earlier, and I try to wake up at 5 o'clock every day, and I just feel like I get more work done, I'm more productive, I can wind down earlier without feeling guilty and feel like I can get more stuff done in the day. But for me personally, and maybe you're different, and everyone requires different, hours of sleep.
Yeah.
I am better off an earlier,
More productive in the morning?
getting to sleep earlier.
Oh, sorry.
The same number of hours, but shifted back a couple of hours, if that makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying.
So you're still going to that 5, but if you're asleep by 10?
Yeah. Look, I get more than 5 hours of sleep, but
No,
but
10 and then maybe getting up at 5 or 6.
Yeah, exactly. I was just making a comment on yours. Like, I don't know if you'd feel any better if you, excuse me, if you fell asleep earlier and got up earlier. But some people also do better work at night, and you don't want to take away that productive time. Whereas I do better work in the morning. So.
And I think it's important to realise everyone's different in how they're structured to be where they're going to benefit the best.
Absolutely, yeah.
And some people's jobs don't let them benefit.
No, yeah, and so you just got to work with what you've got as well.
Yeah.
And no one's perfect. That's the thing. And I'm guilty of this as well. It's like striving to be perfect, but that's so unattainable that it ends up being more stressful, that you're being detrimental to yourself anyway. So give yourself some grace, cut yourself some slack, you can't do it all. So maybe you're not getting enough sleep, but what you can do is get enough water and exercise and eat quality food so that your body doesn't need to do as much recovery overnight because you're looking after your body by the food that you're putting in it.